Welcome back to Texas Showdown. I am Rap. With me is Pariah Ducks, and we're going to be enjoying some more Guilty Gear Strive pools actions here. The Friday, day one. It's been a blast so far. You got to watch the first block of pools. How was that so far?
It was a blast. I mean, we had Danny coming in for their first U.S. showing, which was awesome. I ended up walking away from the C pools thinking, maybe we need some more Potemkin players in Texas. There were a few too many Chips and Millias getting comfortable in there, if you know what I mean. But, hey, maybe some of the Potemkin players are still at home. We got some awesome games here coming up. We got one of the other great Millias of the Texas region, Van Swarm, who's going to be here in the D block of pools. I'm very excited to see them cook it up a little bit. It's been awesome stuff.
Yeah, I mean, exciting all around, right? We saw a lot of players make it out already from their pools. This one's going to be no different here. Like you mentioned, Van Swarm, you have Ponchers, Frank and Tank, Potemkin Extraordinaire, and many other great players here vying for the next day to try to qualify slowly but surely for that top 8.
Yep.
We're here in beautiful Houston, Texas. It's been a wonderful ride so far. It's a big year for fighting games, especially. And we've had a lot of World Tours end, and ones are coming up. But this is right at the beginning of the tournament season, and seeing everybody get their bearings and see where they stand as we're going into 2025.
Yep. And coming up right away, I already recognize one, my GOAT Mundo coming up onto the stage here, plugging in their controller right now. Very excited to see what they're cooking with. I know, spent some time on the Bedman, spent some time on the Oscar, although I don't know if there are any actual Oscar players left on this patch, if I'm being real.
No, I mean, I get you, right? A lot has changed, and not much has changed with the inception of Venom. Who knows what will be different in the future, but everyone has taken that. This is where the game is right now, with a lot of the character strength being a lot of these big, heavy-hitting characters, these monsters, with the toned-down damage. Some really excel in some regards past that, so it's exciting to see who's really stuck to what.
Our Arxis games are in a really interesting spot. Grand Blue's in the Zoner mines right now. The Strive is in the big body meta right now. Maybe we just need to combine the two games and move forward. The Zoners and big bodies can just go in their own little playing field.
Who knows? A lot can happen in the future, but the here and now, we're going to have Testament versus Oscar to kind of go through here. Be interesting to see. I mean, Testament has had some good success. We see online in a lot of ways, a lot of players doing extremely well with just the ability to fight at such a long range and use those normals quite effectively. But fighting at a distance could work out in Mundo's favor if they can get started.
As a Testament player myself, very excited. Gonna have to root against my GOAT Mundo here, unfortunately, because it's just so nice to be able to see a Testament on screen. Not too common. Testament does tend to struggle in certain zoner versus zoner matchups. As far as zoners go, Testament, the 2D from Oscar being a really, really potent tool. Something that you can use to mash out of some of that range pressure.
Hey, Naba trying to just at least skirt through it. Going to use the burst there a little late. It's going to dash right into the super. Have to FD it, and there's that 2D again. Just working out super well. Alba had like a slight early start, being able to put out some tools and at least get some screen pollution there. But as soon as Mundo been able to find a lot of those cubes, just started dictating the pace of the match.
There's that tricky teleport. Being able to teleport to that succubus more than once, one of those good changes from the recent patch. Arbiter Sign, unfortunately, not going to be able to track all the way through that Oscar teleport.
I love the teleport in between them, though. Get the whip punish. Set up the multi-cubes. A lot of pressure here. Wall break imminent. No burst available for you in Alba here. Doesn't have any way to break it outside of just hitting it normally, but a great lead for Mundo.
Absolutely. We've got cubes on cubes on cubes into the low. Going to be taking out your knees there.
Using every tool effectively. It's just been a really just deluge of just stuff on the screen, and Alba having a tricky time kind of getting around that. Testament's projectile can really just kind of skirt through some of them, but you really have to just play it at that range and try to challenge it. All we're seeing from Alba is just trying to dash in, getting hit.
A big part for Testament is going to be destroying the projectiles with the melee strike part of Grave Reaper, But it's so hard with Oscar has so many things on. Oh man, the 2H coming out. A greedy option, but if it can hit, it's so nice. Teleport for the cross up here.
I like that. Getting right behind, not just Oscar, the one to maneuver around it. Really good way to get it on everything that Oscar's trying to put a good 6P, catching the jump. And we're going to set up a lot of the bouncing cubes with the gravity, but again, teleport right through, counter hit. Doesn't get the juggle though.
There we go. Very close range on the Arbiter Sign there. Continue jumping in, trying to keep the aggression high.
Oh, take a nice bite out of Asuka. I was expecting maybe a YRC, but Yonalba instead just saying, I don't want to block. I'm just going to take the chance that you're going to put pressure while you're trying to get your momentum back.
Absolutely. Had the 100 meter as well to get the cancel if you needed to. Super solid stuff. We've got the Screamer, double Screamer into the cube here.
I like the Super though. Gonna track it. Just gonna get the hit out. Really good on the Grave Reaper. Just making sure we're taking damage where we can. Mundo having plenty of magic left and just decent amount of health with that 16 to the hard knockdown. Looking like a strong round.
Nice. Does find the kill. Clean rounding here from Mundo, showing a little bit of what the Asuka can still do.
Oh, but we get a quick hit with the Wild Assault. Just making sure we're finding something, but put ourselves in the corner. Getting tagged. Not the spot you want to be if you're an Alba here. No burst available. Have to build up all this bar, but you're spending with FD just to create some space.
Yeah, that 5K into the 5H. Unfortunately, 5H is going to be such a slow button. Asuka able to slide right in between those two. We're throw looping.
Hey, keep it up. The pressure's there, and just forced an Alba. You better guess.
Yeah. There's the overhead for the last one.
Well, guess wrong, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing mental stacks. Sometimes, you can do the mental stack with your spells, but the throw works just as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's good pressure, right? At the end of the day, not much that Testament's going to be able to do there outside of just guess a jump or maybe a reversal super if you got it. But it's just a tough spot to be in when you're really not known for having a reversal ready. The multi-cubes, great job there. Just getting to the corner already. Big pressure, early wall break potential as well. There it is.
Solid stuff. Getting the super through the wall. Hard knockdown, of course. Starting things off right from Mundo here.
Oh, it's just perfect amount of spells ready to go. Nothing really Alba can do, just block it out and hope, and now match point.
Absolutely. Been clean so far. We're going to see if with this Testament can get a word in edgewise. If you're going to, it needs to happen right now.
So we got the Stain State, a little some pressure, allowing a chance, but too close for the Arbor to sign and try to clip. And now Mundo back to some great screen space.
Yeah, the vacuum on the 2H actually working against you a little bit there, pulling out of that Arbiter range. This is scary in the corner, once again confirming into that super. The hard knockdown is just so valuable for Asuka, especially now that you have to manage that mana a little bit more actively.
Oh, first is available, last chance here for Yonalba. All this pressure getting the book thrown at them, and there's the Baja Blast taken out. Yonalba Mundo with a 3-0. Well done.
Yeah, super solid stuff from Mundo. Just the instant confirm on that 6H too. It's like, hey, listen, when the book hits, I'm going to throw the whole thing at you. Getting that meter taken care of. Very nicely done for a round one here.
No, super. All the way in full control. No matter how much Yonalba try to make some space, just Testament just trying to put some stuff there. It's just you can't beat, at that point, didn't have the right options or maybe the right mindset of getting around all the garbage that's on the screen, right?
Yeah.
Not really good at playing Tetris, not lining stuff up and clearing the blocks, and that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. And I was talking a little bit about how that Asuka 2D can be such a potent tool because Testament's buttons, they're designed to be used in those long-range situations, calling out those slow approaches, and Asuka 2D is basically just as fast as Testament Far Slash, When you're trying to escape that corner or you're in that awkward middle range, Asuka can sometimes sneak that 2D into the Testament corner pressure, and then it's just over from there.
Yeah, it's a very funny button, and something that plays out really well, especially when both characters, might enjoy playing at that further range, but once you kind of get in and just kind of taking advantage of not having maybe the best, right close range options there. So,
for sure.
Good stuff. Mundo moving forward in the winner's side. Yonalba will have to make their way to the losers. That is just the first game of this round of pools for Strive, as we are just kind of winding down day number one of Texas Showdown. How have you been enjoying the event so far?
It's been awesome. I've been really enjoying. I wasn't here 2 years ago, the last time we were at this venue, so it's a brand new venue for me. Been really enjoying it. I am so looking forward. One, the panels, I'm sure have been going awesome, hopefully today, and then that panel room is going to be getting converted into a TCG room. I'll be in there with my one-piece decks basically the rest of the weekend, I'm not going to lie.
That's the way to do it. The crossroads of FGC and TCG, the GCs just come together, right? Out of the flavor of it, right? And as hard as it might be in some aspects to get cards for certain games, I definitely dabbled in One Piece until it's like I just can't do it.
Yep.
I can't go and find boxes. as much as I want to just pull something for myself, but
I'm in one of those situations where it's like, hey, I'm trying to put this deck together for fun, use some little known cards. All of a sudden, some new bands come in. This deck gets really popular. That $5 card you were looking at yesterday is a $45 card all of a sudden. Oh, yeah.
It's a hard run, but it's a fun run. I mean, a lot of good
absolutely.
games, no matter what you like, right? Fighting games, card games, arcade games, classic. The Texas Showdown always kind of representing a little bit of everything, which makes me happy to see. I've been coming down here since, the late 2000s, 2008, 2009, just seeing how everything changes little by little, besides the games, just the people coming in and out, but seeing people from back then still, coming through, considering that I was 20 then, right? And now I'm in my, later 30s. It's just been a great ride, no matter who comes in and out or what games come in. It's just been fun.
Yeah, it's super awesome. Love this event and plan to be here for many years to come, that is for sure. But yeah, it's been awesome so far. Also got to hear a little bit about the burrito bowls up in the main lobby.
They were super good. I'll vouch for 100%.
I didn't get a chance to run up there and grab some. I'm hoping they're going to be there tomorrow because they were sounding pretty good.
We got the long lost Mario sibling coming up here. I think that's if I know my lore, that's Sponge.
Oh yeah,
with the orange. I would think it wouldn't be so hard to find a nice pair of overalls down here in Texas, but whoever is on the right, they're rocking it really nice.
Yeah, very true.
Well, I mean, the purple and black.
The classic. The
shirt,
purple and black, the flannel,
clean, the flannel is pretty nice. Despite how humid it is, the venue's been pretty nice and cool. I'll give them that. So they're both dressed to stay cozy. I'm about it.
Yep. Looks like we're getting a little Brook Converter assist here from the crowd, getting pumped up a little bit here in our round 1, round 2 situation.
And you got to be your own biggest cheerleader.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, if you're not in your corner, then it has to start with you.
Yeah,
because once you can believe in yourself, others will believe in you, and next thing you know, the crowd's popping off. You're having a good time. Feel that energy.
Yeah, absolutely. See what we are cooking with here as we move through some button checking.
All right. I mean, such a huge cast and only getting deeper. Venom coming out just this week, and just being able to see that character in some aspects. I've seen him some of the ladder tournaments or here and there, but definitely a lot for people to really sink their teeth into to understand. So you won't see them, I think, at a tournament level, at a high level, for a little bit. But once someone cracks the code and brings it, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Seems like I got a lot of really cool set play. I mean, I'm a sucker for set play zoners. It's always a blast. I'm eager. I wish if we could see a Venom, that'd be pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, but it is early.
Brave enough to take it in the first with the characters out. More power to them.
Yep.
And the further you go in, the worse of a chance you'll find. But we're actually going to get more Oscar here. So we found our other Oscar player here in the building. Gonna be a Viking. We saw some Viking do some good work. So we'll see a button check come out real quick as we're going to make sure everything is hunky-dory.
Junowo versus Thunlunk.
Oh, shoot. Thunlunk coming through. I know they play a lot of other games as well. So nice to see them here. Forest Drive at Texas Showdown. Excited to see. I mean, that's the beauty of pools, too. All the players you don't really have seen before.
Yeah.
Even a chance on online. Online, you get the rare player at the first couple rounds, and it kind of turns into the normal folks. But here in pools, you'll see so many unfamiliar faces. Makes it fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things, maybe you don't play Strive at home too often, not casually grinding that ladder or eagerly awaiting that ranked mode. But, hey, I'm here at Texas Showdown. Might as well. Another little $10-15. Sign up for another match. Play some pools on Friday here. You're going to see what we're cooking with. Oscar once again coming in against the Vikings.
And we'll see. How well can Junowo get around all of this, right? You have some options kind of go through the far slash right now. Slicing and dicing, playing some Fruit Ninja, but getting tagged, using the first up. Thunlunk in a great spot. Going to super to push away. Is it going to hit? That's right. Nice.
Absolutely. Super jump scared there. I love the JS cancel on the fireball. good thing to be buffering there. One of the biggest aspects of your Asuka matchups generally is going to be how are you adapting and how are you able to cancel your options after you kill a fireball, right? You see a lot of like Sin Kisuke's who will do your like bar slash into beak driver or something like that, or do beak driver into the follow-up to a huge gap close. So be interested to see maybe some bar slashes with Kabaris or something, as long as you can get into that closer range.
I do like the jump slash into the Uzansen. Nice little option to get that measured approach in, but a wake-up grab. Dunlunk going to have more screen space, catch the back dash as well. There's the super going to blow right through the cubes and put on some pressure. Big chance for Genoa.
This is definitely the situation you want to be in, but that counter hit is going to put a stipend on your fun for the time being.
Okay, nice lead. Dunlunk looking to close this out. Potential final burst there. It's going to be a super. It's going to connect on the air dash alongside the other cube. And Dunlunk, great job of just, again, great awareness of how the opponent wants to approach. Genoa just cannot find any way cleanly in yet.
All smiles here. Definitely enjoying themselves on the Asuka. Really good mind games as well. Throwing out the cube, you know you saw that JS cancel into Uzansen earlier, so you expect the JS to try to kill the cube, so you just throw that super cube right after it.
Yeah, nice, taking advantage of this, realizing how Genoa was trying to approach. There's that early burst, but I like it early. Put Asuka into the corner, maybe before it teleports active so they can't escape, but instead, just tasting everything Rubik's has to offer.
Yep. Really scary stuff. Getting headshot by that cube from off screen. You hate to see it. We're in chip damage range, and there it is.
Yeah, just gave up on trying to FD, trying to navigate through all that. Wow, nice neutral at the start, beating up the 2H. Really thoughtful, using the spells so effectively.
We've got some hand shuffle in hand right now. 6P is going to be able to get you set up to use that. Resetting everything into hand. We've got cubes on cubes. Plenty of plus frames available as well to shift through some of this hand.
Almost had an extension, missed the throw as well. Which Genoa could not really find a full combo. Gets a hit, that's a chance. You can get this wall break, could be huge. Jump away. Is the first thing going to connect? No, just force the block.
Nice.
Awesome. I like it.
Oh, perfect. Put the burst in the bag. Might as well, just for good measure, keep it safe there. Solid stuff as Thunlunk is looking clean on this Asuka.
Well, yeah, decision making has been nothing short of stellar, so both like Asuka's really just playing off each other super duper well here. So let's see. As now it's going to be the last chance to kind of get around this. Genoa just really struggling. Just the E-man round start. Gets hit by the cross-up, almost a full combo, but a close slash wake-up is going to force the burst off from Thunlunk.
Nicely done. Continuing to run that cube pressure. You got to block all day, all night.
Oh, I love all this. Even taking the time to get more stuff locked in. Going to get that super full wall break in the finish. That should be the round. Thunlunk match point.
Super solid stuff. Looking to make it a clean 3-0 sweep. Genoa is going to have to lock in and make some good adaptations here. I mean, honestly, as far as Viking adaptation goes, a 9-frame bar slash, hit that button a couple more times, sounds pretty good to me.
All right, great start here, though. Genoa finally, after all the match has been just a struggle to kind of get around certain things, had the opportunity with Asuka in the corner, but instead Thunlunk is happy to press, beating out, crouching heavy, and now that pressure's on, but a good challenge.
2H trying to make its way through some of these fireballs, but unfortunately the hitbox goes a little bit too high up. This is putting yourself in the corner, and it is such a scary situation. No wall break, but we got 50 meters still.
Rough spot to be in here. Everything just coming out. Double teleport as well is available with the multi-cubes. But a jump in with jump slash, no conversion. Genoa's last chance here. Goes over the blast, super force the guard block, but nice teleport out. And Thunlunk with the clean 3-0, taking that over Genoa just again. Sampling the cubes so effectively in full control.
For sure. Super, super solid stuff coming in. The Asukas have been cooking a little bit so far. 2 Asukas in a row, 2 Asuka dubs in a row. Make sure that you're sending your support out to your favorite players here at Texas Showdown. Very excited to see what things shake out as we kind of keep making our way through deep pools here.
Exactly. I mean, I'm here for full surprises, right? I looked at all the brackets, got an idea of who is there, but you don't know who you're gonna see, especially with who the hidden killers can really be. So you're seeing a lot of players playing super well, but it's easy enough when you're not under pressure. So that's always like the highlight of offense in games like Strive, where you look like you're unstoppable if your opponent really is having a hard time dealing with the pressure, taking all that damage. But once you're forced to like deal with someone who can handle that and put you on the spot,
for sure,
a lot of that can shift and change. That's where you see pools is the players who survive and outlast are the ones that work best in all regards.
Yeah. I mean, we were saying earlier, in the previous pool 0, I was saying, your defense is a great tool for offense, right? But in Strive, it's such a game that, like, if you don't have super solid defense, you'll never get to run your offense, Especially in a region like this where it's chock full of Milias and Chips and Potemkins. Like, you're going to be in a situation where you never know. You might lose to a Milia Far Slash on round start. That might be your last chance to run offense the whole game. And all of a sudden, you're eating those left-rights all day.
Hey, I mean, it's how it goes, though. Sometimes you're just Sisyphus pushing the boulder up, and it's all that momentum working against you.
Yeah.
Then you get sent back down where you started, and then just have to try again. But it's fighting games. You push forward, you do your best, and sometimes your best isn't good enough. You got to try again.
Yep. You see Shambles here rocking that CEO Taku, one of the local goats, that is for sure.
Yeah,
see what they've been cooking on here.
I mean, everyone is dressed pretty nicely. I mean, it's not like super duper hot this weekend, a lot of rain.
Yeah,
but the venue, a lot of people are keeping cozy, and you're seeing like your standard t-shirts, a lot of hoodies. Some people are dressed up a little bit nicer, but it is like that nasty kind of Texas weather.
Yeah,
where you stay out too long with a pair of sweatpants, and they're going to live up to their name. But,
yeah, absolutely.
Hey, you got to do your best. Gauge how comfortable you are. I mean, I'm not staying in the main venue, right? So I got to drive up here, which is not too bad.
Yeah.
But it'd be so much easier just to go up to a room, grab my stuff, come back down, and just be ready for it.
Also, speaking of this venue for the hotel rooms, those AC units, you can crank those things down pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I think my AC in my room is about like 20 degrees cooler than it is in here.
Hey, Houston doesn't mess around with AC.
Yeah, for sure.
So we try to keep it cool. Let's see who out of here is going to keep their cool. That's where it's going to come down to who can keep the game face on the best and make the magic happen. We got Slayer and Axel. This is going to be a little bit of a fun one. We have the character who's just known for being the big zoner. All the range in the world, but lackluster defense, takes a lot of damage. Easy if you lose your turn, you might not ever get it back, and Slayer is a sneaky dude. Always try to blow you up in any circumstance, try to get around you and find that one hit just to make the party happen. So.
It's one of those funny situations where, Slayer is one of those characters that's almost held back by Slayer players, right? The urge to just do the goofy thing as Slayer is so high that you'll often give up. You've got all these infinite plus frames you can distribute against like an Axel, for instance, right? You just run pressure for the entire game. But what Slayer player is actually going to sit there and run pressure a whole game? They're going to be doing some goofy mix-ups. Nice high B immediately on that dash through, by the way. You got Shambles on the Slayer.
What a nice burst for Redfish. Going to make that space and put Axel at his preferred range. Slayer, without a traditional run, is going to have to just find their ways with timed air dashes or the proper just like ground dash, trying to navigate through. Here's going to beat the dandy step. Nice, super with the overdrive, and all the space again for Redfish.
Oh, no. Yeah, try it.
Hey, nice, I love that. 3 2Ps. Just to catch Slayer dashing as soon as you recognize they're in the air, find the 2S anti-air. Super good with the snail getting blessed, and that's an immediate wall break, not even 5 seconds in.
Yeah, and I mean, the dandy step is always going to get caught off by those 2Ps, and it's such a solid tool for Axel. Like most Axel players, oh no, the Bloodsucking universe coming in. This Axel is a little bit dead. Go ahead and roll credits on that one. Well, perfect coming in for Shambles, coming out swinging. But I was saying, those 2P checks are such a potent tool for Axel. A lot of Axel players, they'll come out into a set, and they'll just spam 2P because you have to respect it. And then once you prove you can play around the 2P, then they'll start doing some other stuff.
The double side swap, just putting his opponents in shambles. We dropped the Axel Bomber, immediate burst, but trying to grab a ghost. Huge hit from the snail. Doesn't get the wall break. BRC. Nice teleport back and crouching heavy. Putting Shambles in a winning position here. One more hit.
Yep, going to be getting that meaty 2S with a vacuum as well. There's the 2D. No universe counter needed. That Shambles taking game number 1.
All right. Nice. Great offense once more. You know, defense could be a little scary, right? We saw a whiff throw, little options where you're getting too handsy, buddy. But again, it's all about just getting an Axel once. You can bulldog them and make the party start once you can find the one in. Okay, Half-Life gone on Shambles. Redfish had a great lead there, but again, Slayer just has to get in once. And we're getting a super here, dead on time. Well, no, it's not the name. That's how I remember it, you know. You play Exerg, you play Action Core, you know what that super is. Right back at you, though.
Really, really good use of this reversal. You know, Slayer definitely can be weak in some of those reversal situations. Oh, got caught. Saw that vacuum. It was like, hey, you know what? This would be a really fun Mappa Hunch situation. I go flying across the screen.
Yeah, you don't put your hands to a AC unit. You don't put it into a fan. This would be a bad time. But Shambles not having a bad time here. There's a universe counter. Easy pickings here. No super required.
Yep. Very nice. The perfect coming in. Shambles looking locked in for sure. Far Slash is going to be the round start option. Ooh, gotta be a little scary here.
No, it's super scary. But blocking all of this and trying to navigate, even finding your pushback, just eaten by a throw. Close slash again. 2-0 for Shambles, and Redfish is looking a little undercooked right now.
Once again, we're seeing the 7 ivory letters on the screen. Strive is a very volatile game, but this is one of those things where if you as an Axel player aren't even getting a chip of damage in onto the Slayer, that is just a complete steamroll because your whole thing is getting those little chips of damage in whenever you can.
It's tough.
Little music swap up. I like the idea.
Keeping our character there. We're committed to the bit, but it's just kind of how it goes. Everything is okay until Slayer gets one touch.
Exactly.
And Axel's a low life, not the lowest in the game, but really down there. So really can't afford to take this damage. It doesn't really dish out the damage himself to kind of offset that.
2H round start, trying to go for the funny button.
Oh, 2 snails into the corner. A gold burst from Shambles, immediate burst back from Redfish.
I always say if you're going to burst, it might as well be golden here. Get that positive bonus rolling. We are trying to play keep away. 2H going to connect here, though.
Where did your life go? It went to the other side of the screen. No hard knockdown, but Redfish in this a rough spot. Okay, 2S. What do we got? Nice heavy into a knockdown. And to the mix-up with the RC off the jump heavy. Multiple bomber. There's the OTG. And Redfish on the board with the round, trying to bring this back.
Yeah. Solid adaptations coming in from Redfish, honestly.
Pilot Punko already in the corner. Takes a big bite out of crime, but a great backdash. Nicely done there from Redfish.
Oh, the cross-up, pile, bunker. Would have been so negative, but not today. It's going to hit.
Okay. Mix-up wise, everything's coming out so good from Shambles. So hard to get a beat on how they're trying to get these hits in. And you see Redfish just melts in these situations. So rough out here, but has a big life lead. Not too bad. Just got to watch out for that one hit that can start it. Oh, nice.
This is a scary situation for Shambles to be in. He needs any hit, but no. Going to be shutting things down. Redfish starting to get the pacing down. One of the things I love about Axel is, even though he is that kind of zoner playstyle, which you generally associate with very straightforward gaming, Axel's so adaptable. You can locate that one section of the screen you like approaching from and say, no, actually not this section of the screen anymore.
Oh, no. And speaking of just having nothing in the tank. This is so rough. Redfish with a great, game number 3. It's back to Shambles just doing what they do best. Nice catch on the backdash with the jump. I love that. Just ran right over him. What do you do here if you're Redfish? You're on your last legs.
I mean, you got to start sending some funny options, right? We're looking at the round starts, looking at all of this scariness. The cross-up comes in. Hey, sometimes you get to your last round, and that's the round that happens to be a Slayer round, you know? It happens to everybody.
Absolutely. You're busy. You're too worried about the strike throw. You're not ready for the left-rights.
Yep.
The shenanigans come through, and Slayer, despite not being as popular after the initial launch, a lot of the tweaks to it, nice to see people still rocking with the character, making big, just want to throw rock, right? They just want to. We don't want
the character's cool,
RPS,
you know?
You just, rock, punch.
Exactly.
Punch, and everything just goes from there.
I mean, hey, as fighting game enjoyers, are we not all just rock throwers at different layers at the end of the day? Whether you go through 12 steps before you get to rock or just 2 sometimes. But very cool character. Lots of popularity, like you said. Was one of the most popular characters last patch, but kind of got brought back down a little bit in terms of the sheer volume of Slayer players we were seeing out there.
Yeah, when I saw like Razzo back to the Leo, I was like, I understand.
Yeah.
You're at a finals. You want to make waves and do some damage. I get it, not going for that, but, you know, it's nice to see, like, again, a lot of the cast will be represented in pools, right? Everyone's coming through just competing. Not everyone is trying to, like, grind to be, like, best in the world. They just want to compete to do well or be the best in their region and, you know, pick what they like a lot of the times.
Yeah. Or even sometimes, you know, just coming out to these events, having a good time. These FGC events are always such a magical experience. Getting to see that artist alley, getting to be here and cheer on your friends while they're gaming in the pools, you know. You might not be the most competitive player in the world, but, hey, you can go sometimes, like what I do with Granblue, right? I don't play the game at home. I host a tournament for it, but I don't actually play it myself, but it's just like, hey, I'll come out to a major, go 1-2, be like, hey, I'm the best there ever was, and then go,
fun,
go
right?
to the hotel bar.
I went above what they expected, and that's what matters, right? That's always the goal. Always do better than what you did last time, and everyone here is trying to make that happen. I mean, this is no slouch here. Again, pretty solid number, about, I think, 80 players just about coming through here for Texas Showdown. You know, best across Texas. You're going to see all those players through here. Not a lot of, like, out-of-towners. Maybe, like, a couple folks here trying to, like, make waves and do their thing. It's understandable with such a big event happening last week. But we still get solid numbers despite that, which makes me really happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of interesting faces out and about as well. Unfortunately, I think that Marvello had a DQ out of pools earlier, but we do have the likes of Danny around here.
Yep.
Kermit from New Heads as well, cooking it up.
Well, here we're going to have the local folks battling it out here. As on the right in the Star Wars getup for the Empire of Potemkin, Frank and Tank. They are a marvelous video editor and content creator. Yeah. They make so many good videos. Recently, they made a Guilty Gear wear, a WarioWare-esque video featuring funny moments from Guilty Gear.
That's actually awesome.
Their opponent's a good friend of mine from back in the Street Fighter 4 days, Enigmatic. Who I've been seeing at a lot of different majors, pretty solid Nagoriyuki, so we have that battle of the big bodies here.
Absolutely. It's a big bodies world, and we're just living in it. Burst baited. Hey, guess what's coming? It's time for a little Potemkin Buster action. See what we can get afterwards for the Oki.
Nice chop. I like that, though. Gets the fuzzy block, gets a bite, and she's able to get the round with the double RC. Enigmatic grabbing the grappler, saying, "Ain't just you." Trying to put hands on me, on someone.
Enigmatic definitely cooking on the Nago here. We're going to see if the Potemkin can live up to that Texas name. We are a Potemkin region at the end of the day.
I love that, though. 6P into the spin. Gets the backdash. Almost had a full conversion there. Doesn't beat out that hammer fall. Enigmatic now in a rough little spot. Nice chop again and finds a crouching slash.
Wow. These Fukio fakeouts are looking scary right now. Again, backdashing this time, though. Nicely done for Frank and Tank, but a 5K, it's so far away.
Oh, there's the spin, the RC to get some big damage there, and a great deflect shield, though. Make that space. Back away, man. I don't want any of that.
Super solid anti-Potemkin play, but there's the heat knuckle. Gonna be more than enough damage.
Yeah, wasn't anticipating the Mega Fist forward. Enigmatic getting hit, trying to jump away, getting put on the wall at the end of that. Spin is not going to work out. The slide head's going to absorb the one hit, and the armored buster, big damage coming out. Frank and Tank, we're going to take this round.
Seeing a lot of blocks on these Oki situations. It can be scary. If a player like Frank and Tank locks in on what you're looking for, tries to go for a throw tech there.
Little too grabbing, my friend. Frank and Tank with just a big jump, a big finish, taking that first game. Enigmatic had some great magic going, but Frank and Tank tightened up, able to bring that back after losing that first round.
Yeah, absolutely. 1-0 now for Frank and Tank after such a solid round from Enigmatic.
All right, back in there, though. Just putting simple pressure with that close slash, but gets scooped up. Mass damage, half your life gone, especially because the damage multiplier from having level 2 blood.
Yeah, and you were going to take another 10% on the top of that if you were about to go through that wall with a heat knuckle as well.
Nice super, gonna take him up to the skies, catch those hands, full animation too. Great reaction from Enigmatic.
Yeah, super solid stuff. Such good call-outs on all of the Potemkin options from Enigmatic here.
Trying to find something there. Instead, it's going to be a block into PRC. This setup is great. Frank with the round. Just the delayed PRC. Nice little mix-up there. You think you're safe to try to jump away, try to press. Nah.
Yep. If these health bars could go negative, Frankentank would be taking advantage of that. That is for sure. Overkilling on almost all of these with these heat knuckles. Oh, there's another one.
Gets hit by the fake stuff, but it works out pretty good. Enigmatic in a rough spot. Nice shield, but again, dashing into the slide head has been to their detriment.
Oh, you're dead.
Guessing wrong never looked so painful.
Frankentank starting to pull away with it, going 2-0 right now.
I guess on the Enigmatic with some bad ideas, but I mean, being able to jump in like that has been so bad right now. That's probably the biggest thing Enigmatic. Hasn't really gone for like level 1 crouching heavy, hasn't done enough 6Ps or even just a DP there.
Yeah.
Just to catch a hitbox and try to keep Frankentank getting in for free. There's a setup again. 6K into just a nice and simple pot buster. Frankentank is feeling good about how their playing style's going.
Yeah, absolutely. Frankentank looking so confident here. We saw a lot of defensive play from the Nago, but you know, with these resets that the Potemkin can do, similar to Milia, like you never know when your last chance to interact is going to be.
Yeah, rough spot here. At least find the crouching slash. Oh, put the guillotine on him, drop it down, make it count. But you have to really make this magic happen. The backdash pop buster. We have meter to make it extra more damage, and that should be close to finishing the job. No, we whip it.
Oh, the BBL Potemkin's coming in, though, trying to save the day. 100 meter, you can do anything in this game with 100 meter.
She's there, we have the meter for it. Nice boot heel forward. Yep. Finish the round, Enigmatic with some smooth moves.
Yeah, that drop so unfortunate from Frankentank and good at taking advantage of from Enigmatic.
The flex shield's going to get beat out by the White Wild Assault right into the immediate pop buster when you think you have some safe space to maneuver. The wood punish, hold on. And then just getting out of dodge. Great situation here for Enigmatic trying to go for this wall break.
Okay, here's the new combo for the wall break with the blood pop. Oh man.
As much life as they lost, they're in such a great spot. Oh, there's the RC.
Oh, what's the option?
Up forward, nice mash out. The last chance burst. Enigmatic can survive. You have to watch out because Gigantor finishes the job at Frankentank.
Super tragic. Beating out the startup frames of that White Wild Assault. Had the right idea, but was just a couple of frames off. That's the beauty of a fighting game, though.
No, it's so hard, too. I mean, the lingering, that mirror there, just inching forward, how much power it has and how slow it goes. Where Frankentank could just block the White Wild Assault and a chance that mirror just hits.
Yep.
And then that's a wrap, so.
And it's one of those things, too,
scramble,
you know.
Yeah.
Potemkin builds so much mental stack on these players, but also just has a button that's like, hey, by the way, let me just max out your mental stack bar real quick. You know, it's like, you know, I think they took out the throw setup, the Potemkin Buster setup that's on the Gigantor Kai, but still has so many options, the highs, the lows, just waiting it out and doing a manual time throw. It's wildness.
Oh, yeah, great checkmate. Great job there from Frankentank again, showing their prowess. They're a grappler guy through and through and through, whatever game they're playing, and one of the best Potemkins you're going to see down here in the South. So good stuff there. But good stuff to Enigmatic as well. Two people who I've known for such a long time. Nice to see, like, Houston folks kind of battle it out despite only one being able to get past there. But that's just the story of it, end of the day.
For sure. Absolutely. We've got plenty more where that came from. We got to see some Potemkin cooking here on the winner's side of our D pools at Texas Showdown 2025. Been a great time so far. We got a bunch of other stuff coming for you the whole weekend. Ton of different games. The game lineup is actually just so diverse this week, and it has been such a good time. We've got mystery brackets as well. I know we called out Salty Boy earlier, is hosting the steering wheel only mystery bracket as well as the Beyblade bracket over the community room. Awesome, awesome stuff.
No, nothing short of fun stuff. I mean, Texas Showdown is all about that variety.
Yeah.
Retro, modern, everything in between. A lot of love goes into like everything here. And
for sure.
Always makes it one of the best grassroots events end of the day. You know, and you see that a lot, like kind of in the here and there, and it's been a lot of people come out for it. I think like last year with the overlap that was had, at other events the same weekend.
Yeah.
Even though it was a bigger venue, we didn't really get advantage of it because of other things happening across the world. This year, there really isn't much happening. So everyone's down here with the older venue, which is a little bit smaller. So it's just like, oh, we can't catch a break. But, you know.
Definitely awesome. 1,200 people showing up for attendees for this event. Been really, really cool. Even if we're maybe a little shoulder to shoulder in some of those pools areas, people will be dispersing out to the rest of the hotel as the weekend goes on. It'll be a great time.
Yeah, no, you got to do what you got to do. You make do with what space there is. And I know, you know, people here running this event are all for, it's always about the folks coming down and give them all the love. That's why you see a lot of people love coming down to this event to celebrate, because they know that, you know, players first. Even if, like, it's a little cozy, you know, they're still going to get treated right. And we're going to get treated right to this next match here as we have Rayplay representing Houston here. It's going to be another strong Milia player. Has a Geo as well, but has really just been done very effective with the Milia. So we'll see how they rock.
The Milias have stuck it out long enough and taken over. All the Potemkin players have slowly filtered out and moved away from Texas, and the Milia players are all standing strong.
Yeah, we really are the Milia capital of the world. But
true that.
It is interesting to see. I love it. End of the day, I mean, a strong character that you see represented. Not like, you don't get to see him too often at the highest level. Yeah. So it makes me happy to see, at least here, players like Walter really like showcase just, damn, this character is so mean, despite like some changes here and there. Yeah. Some stuff that definitely has like changed for her. She still has some, you know, she has that great set play. She has that great pressure that she can enable. But instead, Rayplay looking like going to go for the Soul bad guy here instead.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe powered up, doing it for Soul's voice actor, who is in attendance. Right in the back, hopefully has a nice view of all the action.
Very true. Every Soul bad guy on screen is a win. Speaking of, one of the side events we're going to be doing, I think it's a Viking stick?
Yeah, the glider was a little much. It's hard to say.
We shall definitely see. But, yeah, speaking of, you know, tomorrow, I believe on the same stream, we're going to be having the Soul Bad Guy Showcase, which is going to be a total blast. Playing for a signed Soul Bad Guy figurine from the English voice actor.
There's so many cool, like, I saw the different, like, exhibition events they're going to have that are super sweet. There's, like, a big old belt, wrestling belt, that's going to go to award the winner of one of the next exhibition events. There is the Marisa only Street Fighter exhibition, and the winner of that gets a Spartan helmet.
Yeah, that's
as
sick.
A trophy. I was like, this is so sick.
I'm not going to lie. I mean, I think that Texas Showdown this year has really stepped up their game, and it has been an absolute treat to see the kind of evolution of the event and leaning into some more of these side events, leaning into some more of the fun little like scavenger hunts out in the venue and stuff like that. It has been a real treat.
So it is the million. Rayplay sticking to their guns.
Yeah.
They're going to want to just slice, dice, play some discus, and make the magic happen. We'll see.
Against the Nago, though, that's a scary situation. Also got a shout out to that Testament shirt there.
Yeah, it's going to be the big part, right? Milia, because she can be so oppressive if played right, can work out in her favor, but she cannot let Nintendo get their game started, because that damage from Nago can be so massive. Even just like a little trade there can mean so much. Yeah. But I want to see how well Nintendo controls the pacing in the screen, forces the burst out from Rayplay.
Nice. I like the air stalls. Also good for calling out some of those aerial approaches. And it's just going to take you so many hits to kill this Nago. You are really in it for the long haul. And then you're hoping that the Nago doesn't put you in that high-low checkmate situation from like half health and kill you still.
So Nago, like any other character, is going to have to find a way to play. Has to block all the crazy left, right, up, downs, high, lows, where do you goes. And
yep.
And big damage doesn't mean nothing if you don't even get a chance to rock out. Okay, turbo fall. Nice little punish from K2D. Try to go for the grab. Nice up back. Rayplay just happy to get the knockdown, applying more pressure.
Nice, confirming off that 2K there. Let's get a little JH, but no big confirm. What a beautiful 5P from the Nago.
Yeah, a lot of people. You see a lot of people going for those fuzzy smashes. Yeah. Try to keep people from just getting those quick jump ups, keep them ground and get a big damage, and this looks good here.
Trying to capitalize as much as you can, of course. YRC coming in. This is going to be getting blocked here, but you do have burst available.
Not the biggest punish in the world because Millie was airborne when she blocked her. She does find a grab, another grab too. Now you got a guess for game. You have a burst available with the air throw into. I'm about to say maybe a 6 heavy would have been enough OTG wise, but instead just happy to get the crouching slash and it worked out.
Definitely solid stuff. Getting us nail and nail here.
We're enjoying ourselves. Nice little resort here. We got this soggy socks, but it's all right. We're trying to get out of here almost immediately. And there's the disc RC. Winger gonna wing it to win it with the wall break. Kind of with the last chance for this round.
You've got 100. Actually, their HP is even now, finally. Gold burst. Always say if you're going to burst, it might as well be golden. 100 meter, you can also do just about anything in this game with 100 meters, so you just got to be careful not to get caught out. I love these H-discs in the neutral in this situation, because Nago just can't Fukio forward and run his mix on you.
Right, already at a high level 2 blood gauge. So if the tender can find like a single big hit, could have made some magic happen, but there's the run-up. RC immediately just catching the tender, being very cautious, which I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, those H-discs were putting in so much work in that situation. Just completely putting a wall up, saying, hey, you can't Fukio forward into me, and so I can just kind of control the pace of this. Oh, speaking of Fukio forward, though, you get a moment here, and you get plenty of damage. Blood pop, though, gets blocked.
A back dash is huge, though, and the damage. Again, you don't play games against Rage Nago. The fact that a heavy slash could just erase half your life if you're Milia, again, scissor beats paper.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to get a 6P through the disc, calling out some fake pressure.
And that's no 6K combo.
Burst out.
Yeah, gets the burst out, but Rayplay says, I got run-up throws all day, every day.
Caught you a little sleep at the wheel there. JH is going to connect.
All right, let's see what we do here. We have a little bit of meter. Okay, interesting. BRC forward, go for a nice little Robin cancel just to get in your grill. I like the YRC from the tender, but then it's like, all right, no one has bar now. What do you do?
Not too bad. The good super fall into the cross up, stealing the corner here.
I like the extension too, the coast to coast. Get a nice little, just nice trip around this resort, catching every little thing. We're finally out of the water, can be high and drive for how long?
Beautiful stuff again. Bar slash getting backdash. The 2P. Oh, and the 2S going to get the counter hit. Sure.
All right, last chance. Contender needs a big hit there. YRC's available, though, from Rayplay. Not a lot of blood gauge either, so has to build that up if they want to find a chance. But, oh, no, they got the hit. They had the hit.
That was tragic. The RC going to be causing you to whiff on that throw, trying to run the mix. I mean, it was one of those situations you were going to be popping right after that throw goes through anyway, you know?
What a tough spot. Last chance here as Rayplay up 2-0 against Puerto Rico. FGC's own Nintendo in the corner here. Has not blocked the turbo fall, but has Millie in the corner until the goal burst. Uh-oh.
Little hair car. Oh, yeah. The PRC on the hair car, keeping you airborne.
Okay, YRC's good. Catches the backdash as well. Nintendo's done a lot of backdashes, and Rayplay's just caught them every time. Turbo fall mix guaranteed at this point. Match point. Rayplay.
Looks like they got plenty of gas in the tank, even though we're getting a little bit later in the day here. It is looking clean for this Milia Rage, staying nice and warmed up. Whipping the throw doesn't matter because the H-disc connects anyway.
Oh, look at this lead. They're not tired. They want to make sure Nago's shoes are nice and moist, running out of options, running out of choices. First going to be available for Nintendo. Has some meter, but the YRC, great call from Rayplay.
Oh, man, just a far slash into a hair car at point blank. Where's your burst? There it is.
Last chance. Little meters there. Go for big steppy, but you're going to need
This would say we've been here before.
Level 2 blood is something. The far heavy is pretty good, but you are seed, and what happened? Nothing.
Oh, yeah. See, that's that situation. The disc comes out. You try to find the answer, super jumping in, but unfortunately going to be getting put right back into pressure. Nicely done. We're going to see another Milia moving on into the next round.
Super clean stuff from Rayplay, though. Un cocotazo a la Boricua del Puerto Rico, but hey, nice to see a group of Puerto Rican players all came out to here, seeing a lot of them repping the flag and just hanging out. So it's really fun that they all entered so many games, and we're getting a chance to see them on stream. As a Puerto Rican myself, a fellow Boricua, it's nice to see my bros making some magic happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. Always good to see the different kinds of representation that we get out here for these big Texas events. It is always a treat. Unfortunately, going to be down in the losers bracket for the time being, but hey, it happens. You're going to have to shake some of that off. You know, sometimes a little bit of nerves on the stage can get to you, or, you know, sometimes one of the other games popping off a little bit over there. I don't know. Well, we had something hype happening, that's for dang sure.
And no shortage of hype in Texas Showdown across the day. All days, 3 streams, so many games to check out. Even the Retro Room has a stream of their own for all the classic games, so there's just it's too good.
Yeah,
there's just so much to hang out and see here. It's ridiculous. You don't even get a chance to breathe for just the amount of stuff you're just witnessing and the amount of people you're also witnessing it with.
For sure.
So you got to make a lot of good friends and just have a good time, and I'm having a blast.
Yeah, it's one of the beauties of the fighting game community, you know, coming out, getting to see all the people from your local, getting to see people from other areas, getting to see people who play different games, you know. Like, I don't watch Tekken, but you bet your butt I'm going to be over there rooting for Trojan as soon as this block ends. And it's always nice to be able to meet people and get to see what their kind of mentalities are, what their approaches are fighting in these fighting games, what their drives are, you know. It's always seeing, like, what people are kind of cooking with in their own kind of aspects.
And we'll see what these ads will bring to us as well. As we'll be back with more Texas Showdown Guilty Gear Strive action just a little bit. Don't go nowhere. Be right back.
See you soon.
Andy Boga. Ken. Joe Higashi. Chun-Li. Mr. Big.
Our featured partner for Texas Showdown 2025, Post Oak Ice House is the place to be if you want to play with Houston's best on a weekly basis. Home to Post Oak Fight Club and one of several weekly FGC meetup spots in the Houston area, Post Oak has provided an amazing venue for Space City Beatdown as well. With a huge indoor-outdoor patio, bar, and free games, come hang out and grab drink specials all weekend with your Texas Showdown badge.
The penultimate arcade stick in customization, the Traveler is both equally compact and spacious to fit a variety of push buttons and levers, and leaves the imagination of art customization in your hands. The Arcade Shock website navigation makes it easy to customize nearly everything in-house. Come check out the Texas Showdown 2025 edition of the Traveler Arcade Stick, showcasing all the neat features and customization options available in all its glory. Quantities are extremely limited, so go hit up the TXS merch area if you're interested.
As a fan of retro and current fighting games alike, Luis is locked in on becoming the go-to FGC lawyer for local Houstonians. Houston FGC. If you find yourself in a 9-1 legal matchup not in your favor, hit him up. Remember, local gamers, don't get bodied and go to by fees. Contact his law office for more details. Fresh off the press at Hori comes the Wireless Fighting Commander Octa controller. It comes equipped with micro switch buttons, 3 interchangeable D-pads, and a short throw analog octogate. This controller is fantastic for those that enjoy portability, functionality, while being gentle on the wallet. Be sure to pre-order online at arcadeshock.com.
Truth lies only in victory. Can you comprehend that? Please make it good. Forces Rondo. I'll reduce you to take this! Take this! How about this? Boy, this! You enjoy this? How about this? Boy, this! Crumble before my ambition! Take this! Not today. Embrace reality. Strength itself is to the finale. That was enjoyable enough. All things must come to an end. Give me stuff! Battle side! Fury, video. Guilty Gamers, welcome back to the second half of Pool D here, as we're going to be getting to see who makes it out of pools today at Texas Showdown. I'm Paradox, and I'm joined by...
I'm Raph, here for the long haul, a beautiful Friday and a big weekend of fighting game action through and through. Strive with a really solid turnout all over Texas and then some, and we're going to have one of Dallas-Fort Worth's own, Sloth, going up against a dapper player here with the shoulder pads, looking mighty brolic out here.
Looking very fly. Attack on Texas. A little branding. Listen, if you're from Texas and Sloth isn't your GOAT, I don't know what you're doing. Sloth definitely been cooking up a lot and hosting that Attack on Texas. Does, I think, hosts so many locals all the time. Big shout out. Support your locals. I don't make it out to my locals nearly as much as I should. Sloth will tell you that right off the bat, but it is always an awesome time out there. Lots of strong players.
It's tough to make it to everything for sure, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'd like to go to more events around Texas myself, too. San Antonio, Dallas, Austin, everyone representing stuff. And as a means of, like, traveling may not be the easiest thing to do right now, flying-wise. If you're in Texas, you have the luck of being able to go to these different cities on weekends and savor some good events. So definitely rep your locals and check out regional stuff.
Yeah, 100%. We're going to be seeing some Chip and some Eno coming in here. We got gloves on this Chip. Glad to see a little bit of our Guitar Witch here. Looks like we're not going to be doing a button check. Getting straight into the action here. Things are started. DP getting hit out by that HCL right off the bat.
All right, so Polarity putting on that pressure. Chip, again, not a lot of life on the tank. Has a lot of tools and some amazing offense. We saw Zando do some amazing stuff out there at the Hardcore 4 Finals. We have a lot of good Chips here who are, well, we don't have Marmelo, sure. But between Flair, G, and Sloth, they could be cooking. But so far, it looks like Polarity with that first round.
And, I mean, Walter has been keeping up on the Chip as well.
Nice. Yeah, another Puerto Rican player here. So Sloth repping Puerto Rico, despite being out of Texas, a man out of my own, like, you know, REIT area.
Yeah.
Oh, and big mix-up off the tripwire. Blocking the burst, too. That's hot.
That's burst saved. Oh, no. Suffering a little bit here. Trying to find some 2Ks. Anything. Any kind of interaction. Please, sir, a crumb. Red RC coming through. Wall run. You know where we're going. All the way up.
And nice little simple frame trap. Nothing cute, nothing crazy, just fishing a double rekka. No one ever blocks that low when it's delayed.
Yep.
And a dive starting out. Polarity putting out active hitboxes, just trying to catch Sloth running forward. Sloth gets a big hit.
It is something that Eno is pretty good at. What is that damage? Holy.
Right. Nice. Setting up just a great situation. Bringing Polarity back down, reversing it, jumping, trying to bait them first. Not any good. Almost had the kill with the shuriken.
Solid stuff coming through once again. Trying to throw out that 2H, trying to get that big hitbox out, but Sloth has found the adaptations that they need.
Oh yeah, it's all about just putting on your pressure. Eno, again, she's got great offense, massive damage, can loop so much under pressure, but defense-wise, can struggle in some situations. The 6P might not be as strong as you'd like. Dealing with all this shenanigans from Chip, and you see that big damage coming out from Sloth.
Solid confirms as well. One of those things, I always say they took off the counter hit on Chip Rekka, but have you ever seen a Chip not have 50 meter to confirm? Just like there.
Again, not blocking the low. Sloth tearing through Polarity with a big all perfect. All right.
Been locked in.
A little bit of a rough spot until you get that little quick air dash mix up. Polarity's got to dig deep. Needs to find that massive damage. Build up the bar, get a big chunk here. I want to see you make the most of it. You have it close to the wall. Didn't get a wall break. You got to make the most of the situation. That's almost a good response.
Yeah. Solid so far, at least making a little bit of traction happen, but oh wow, 2K. I don't think you even expected that 2K to hit there.
Ain't that a kick in the head? But it don't matter as Sloth setting up the wall break. Just needs one more solid hit here to take the round, but crouching heavy.
There you go.
Sloth has been running into that a lot. He's been trying to just dash forward, but it's such a big active hitbox.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the, it's a tilt option from certain Eno players, but it is a very valid, if you're looking to put a button out, that's the button you put out for Eno.
Oh, what a chunky hit. I like this. Close to the wall break, is going to get the throw. One more hit here, going to force it, and there it is. Super to finish the job with the bar. I like it.
Not too bad. Hard knockdown as well. Going to go a long way for this mixed character. Oh, man, the backdash, though.
All right, same side. Massive damage incoming. Polarity just getting blown through, and now dire straits now. Sloth. A lot of meter, no throw. The second hit goes, and that's it.
That is Sloth going up 2-0. Clutching victory from the jaws of defeat there. Had everything going for the Eno player, but
this is the part of the episode of Dragon Ball where Gogeta mounts the massive comeback. The power-up is there. You got power of 2 versus 1. Sloth, though, ain't no slouch. Keep that tongue in your head, though, buddy. We ain't need to see all that. Sloth. Right, 6B hard knockdown to a note, but Chip is a character that ain't going to care about a note. He ain't trying to listen to music. Not a big fan of rock, all right?
Oh, nice. Got caught air dashing into the note, but a DP is going to keep you safe for the time being. Oh, no.
Good pickup. Funny, the player's Polarity, but it's Sloth that's reversing it. Just going for these anti-gravity combos. There's the super. Nice just wait. Last time Sloth took a trade, that time just waited it out, baited it out, and nice RC.
These 5Ks are coming at you at the speed of sound right now. Definitely cooking things up.
All right, good look for Sloth. Jamming their tunes and making it work. What do you think Chip listens to? He ain't listen to rock music. Is he jamming out to like Eminem?
No, I think he's anime intros exclusively.
The openings and the outros only.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of openings, a big one here for Polarity is RC. No, goes for the jump D. Gives up the corner.
Yeah,
potential wall break gone.
It's scary, too. We've seen Sloth come back from worse here. Every single situation you have to take advantage of because this is a player that you cannot let to their own devices.
Oh, didn't go for the low that time. Instead, the overhead, get the wall break. Last chance for Polarity. Okay, catches the low. Here we go, big chance. The flex shield's good. Jump heavy.
Oh, my goodness, it picks up. Oh, okay.
GG's. That should do it. Oh, never mind, I lied.
A little drop? Okay. We're good. We call those drops. We call those resets. Whatever you want to call it. Sloth is moving on to the next round, giving a coy little look to the camera there.
All right, again, they're feeling good about how they play. They did a good job getting a big 3-0 and showcasing their stuff. With the growth, they have really just grinding the game out and taking steps to really grow as a fighting game player. It's cool to see Sloth really fighting the improvement that they've been looking for, especially as being a person who's done a lot of like TO work.
Yeah.
Dabbled in commentary, right?
Yeah.
And is going to do a lot this weekend, especially for like later on in this weekend. It's going to be really fun. I'll be working with him for Exert, right? So it's be fun to see. But just see him like get stronger just from like the power of their scene and just really playing against them and finding their bearings, becoming just a strong player in their own right. It's really cool.
Yeah. They're letting these TOs cook. What can you say? It's all right. We'll be getting into some more Guilty Gear Strive action for you here tonight. We're going to be wrapping up all of our first layer of pools tonight here in the next hour or so. And then tomorrow, I want to say it's top 32 tomorrow, or is it like top 24, somewhere around there? And then we'll be doing top 8 on Sunday for Guilty Gear Strive, as well as many, many other games. Going to be a packed weekend, honestly. Keep multiple streams up. Send them a follow. Send them some chat messages. I'm sure production loves to see it. Be a good time this weekend.
Yeah, just have fun. You couldn't make it. You're enjoying the show, and that's what counts the most. And hope y'all are just having a fun time. I'm having a great time here. I'm experiencing it for y'all out there. You can live vicariously through me, a 37-year-old Puerto Rican man that's just yapping on a microphone.
There you go.
Living the dream.
Hey, sometimes you gotta yap, you know? You guys can chill out at home. You got Uma Musume up on one monitor. You can get 3 streams up on the other.
All right,
your
J2.
Discord.
All right.
That was for you, Jason.
That's a special power level that only a few have the power to achieve.
Listen, I wouldn't be surprised at this point if J2 just has Uma Musume on his phone.
I roomed with him last year at DreamHack Dallas.
Yeah.
And I saw him on his laptop, and just like the amount of windows he has at once.
It's powerful.
Are you a spider? Do you have like 8 eyes? Because how are you even doing all this?
Here we go. I see some Van Swarm coming in. Looking at the spiders. We got some swarming. We'll be getting some more Milia action here for you at Texas Showdown 2025.
So, like, I've known Van Swarm. I've seen them plenty of times out here in Houston. But, like, what is a swarm of a van? Like, is it like a swarm of bees? Are you just getting run down by, like, 20 to 30 vans, like Honda Odysseys just running you over? I don't even know.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm worried. Well, we'll see if Crom, a very cromulent name, can withstand the pressure from Van Swarm already getting it in.
Yeah, it's definitely... Listen, Milia can be a painful character to watch, especially this. I was actually talking to one of my teammates about this particular matchup today. This is a pretty divisive matchup in both these communities. Sin players will all tell you it's Milia favored. Milia players will all tell you it's Sin favored. Sounds like an even matchup to me.
Both characters just thrive on just cashing out either unlimited pressure or just unlimited damage.
Yep.
So if Crom can find a chunky hit and keep Milia like just from flying around, it can be big for sure. But Van Swarm in good control finds a nice whip punish, and we're going to the corner already.
Nice little elk hunt off to the wall break. Is going to connect on the low here, but look at this. 0 tension, 0 stam. Positive bonus to the lot of damage down, but you're going to be on the back foot for a minute here.
And still just found like the wall break from that far away. That charged Tyrant Barrel does so much with the stank on it. Crom with a chance here. There's the DP. I would like to see an RC to make the most of it, but at this point, instead, Van Swarm's going with Hero Burst.
Had the right idea there, trying to punish the hair car, but just a little bit too low. There's an overhead. Sometimes you just send the Raho stomp in neutral.
It's so good. It beats low. It's multi-hit overhead. Yeah. It beats lows. You can RC it to get some extra damage. It is so brutal. Van Swarm, I like it for Crom. Bursting to avoid the wall break, but it gets whip punished by jump heavy, and now here we go. Back at it. Yeah.
Solid stuff here. Van Swarm once again getting one of those big Milia combos.
Nice block on the bad.
I got hit.
Okay, getting the punish too. I like that.
Oh wow. I thought I almost had the drop there, but no. 7 Ivory letters coming through for Van Swarm.
Oh, super nice. Anytime you block that Sin DP, you can't see that second part.
Yep.
You only see the first half before it comes back down. Get your free counter hit and call it a day. There's a big jump. Forced to burst out already, and I like the idea from Crom. Finding some good damage, finding some options, but trying to challenge. Didn't quite work out until we got the DP. Good mash out, though.
Cage going to connect a little bit here. Trying to find the right hit. Try and find these air-to-air options. You know, we were calling out if there's one thing that you want to lock in for the Million matchup as any character, if you can get your air throws down, you can shut down some Million's approaches so effectively. That was one of those situations. You try to hit a button. Oh, I like this.
No, and for
6P
you,
who?
with the wall break, too. The anti-air. And there's the setup. We saw that a lot from Shurara back at AWT Finals. After a super wall break, going for the frame kill into the elk hunt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. No wild assault for you. Give me half that bar, buddy.
Yep. Hashtag Gibson White Wild Assault. Nice, solid damage going into the wall. JB's connecting. Trying to find some more of those air. Crom is really dedicated to interacting in the air. No matter what, even no matter the face of all these Capels. It'd be really interesting to see some of these air throws starting to come out. We saw one attempt come out of there. Had to PRC it because it was a little too far away.
R/Slash could have done a bit more when you especially from the crouching heavy. If you get these hits on Millie, you have to just bring the heat, right?
Yeah.
You know that she doesn't want to have a bad hair day, and Sin can definitely get a big tangle going on right there.
Yep. You definitely don't want to rest on your laurels too much, even if Emilia is low HP.
Okay, still has 1 calorie left. Plenty of resources here to make some more big damage happen, but Phantom with a clutch burst, catching the up back, but a great block in the turbo fall. I think Crom's defense has been mostly stellar, has been doing a good job of blocking some of this stuff here, but you can only block against Million for so long. Surprisingly, Vantorm didn't go for the wingers to get the hard knockdown.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Catches on the Wild Assault. Both players with 100 meter. You can do anything in this game with 100 meter, even keep yourself safe off of a neutral. And just like that, you're 6P. 6P'ing who? Exactly.
Oh, hard knockdown. This is a big chance. Gonna go for the no, doesn't go for the frame kill. Instead, run up, waited for something, and then a DP might not have wanted that, and they paid the price.
Yeah, absolutely. Solid stuff coming in, punishing out.
No, I love just run up stop because Dancer had all the meter, right? So wake up winger could have been there, and on reaction, Crom could have just defeated to beat it out. That way you can't RC it. That could have been huge, but Dancer reading it and not fighting the bait. I love that.
Absolutely.
Okay, same side. You ain't blocking this, buddy.
8-8 close slash connecting. Not the highest damaging combo in the world, but that new Artemis move doing some work in the corner. Oh, yeah.
Nice. I love that.
There's a BRC forward. You know that Crom is just throwing out options in the air. You just approach grounded, wait for them to throw out some hurt boxes. Very solid punish game plan coming in for Vanstorm.
All right, master of these left rights. Crom may not get a chance to play, but that is the game we play. Capel back into the situation here. Finds the 6P. No super that time. Where's that burst at? Where's that burst at? There it is.
If you're going to burst, it might as well be golden. Give yourself that extra defense. Going to survive the throw because of it.
Air dash. Going to get tagged.
Oh, no. Didn't get the follow-up there, but immediately spending the rest of this meter. Look at the damage.
Need a lot more than that, though. It's going to be a tough road here. Jump D for the feint. No good. Capel's in. The last chance YRC.
Oh, no. Burst is still available for Vanstorm. Has plenty of HP to work with. We say right now, but is still alive.
The follow-up, I think, might have been the hard part. Oh, Art. No burst.
Wow, what a route. 2P route to find the kill.
If the wall break wasn't off of that, off the hoof stomp, it might have been just the right amount of damage you needed there. If you were Crom, just unfortunate. Like I think that last sequence in the corner, kind of cost them their life as Vanstorm reset to neutral and had that mobility with all that meter. You got to finish the job because hitting that combo with the Wild Assault was so smart. You got rid of the burst. You had the opportunity to really blow it up and stay in there, but then just like all it takes is one kind of maybe errant decision, and maybe other options wouldn't have done it, but I like to see something heavier hitting to be the finale there, at least to try to keep Promp's hopes alive. But
Absolutely.
valiant effort and really great stuff from Van Swarm.
For sure, yeah. Van Swarm definitely cooking, expecting to see them go far here today and throughout the rest of the weekend. You got scary on that Millia. I mean, you got to be ready for the Millia matchup coming into this bracket. Basically, any pool that you're in, there is at least one Millia threat cooking on through there. Let's see what we are cooking with here for some of the rest of these pools. While we get some more players up here. Let me see. I know I saw Frankentank sitting in the queue earlier.
Okay. Of course, we'll see more Van Swarm, more Sloth.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of these players, we're going to be getting into the deciding factor as to one of these players are going to be getting out of pools or not, winner side or loser side.
But everyone's, again, bringing their A game. I'm seeing everyone playing so clean, so crisp, and just making sure, make a statement. Nothing like winning your hometown tournament.
Oh, for sure.
Or, stealing it, invading Houston and taking it away for your other city. And those trophies are super sick. Made by the Fine Folks of Spiff Space. Like, I saw that stuff, and I was like, pictures do not do it justice.
Yeah,
they look absolutely incredible. The space theme at Texas Showdown is always super fun. I got the T-shirt. It looks really nice. There's these bomber jackets people running around with that look super sick.
Those jackets from the Spiff crew, super, super awesome. Like, very, very solid.
They stepped the merch game up.
Yeah.
We see a lot of great merch at events. Frosty Fausting, Combo Breaker, Texas Showdown, bringing their own take on it, and it's super sick. So I mean,
absolutely,
whatever overstock may exist, you want to check that out, represent it, and I'd love to see that more from other events too, if possible. Just really it gets people excited to buy it. We're in Texas, people running on bomber jackets.
Yeah, right.
It's
exactly.
crazy good. I love it.
Exactly. And I mean, listen, I'm telling you right now, give it another couple of years. Texas Showdown is the event to be at. It is growing a lot, and it is doing great changes, honestly. The differences between Texas Showdown, there's a dozen different things. I was like, oh, man, it's almost like they're listening in on my private phone calls with my events team of like, hey, these are the kind of changes I would love to see in FGC events. It's like, oh, Texas Showdown's doing all of that? I kind of like that.
We're grassroots to a T.
Yeah.
We put the T in grassroots. You got to just look, it's at the end there, but it counts, right? We're putting the T in Frank and Tank as they're back up once more. The Potemkin, Master, Exert, and Strive. Both games just a freight train in either.
Yeah. This is, I believe, Mystery Solver on the other side here.
Okay.
Going to be some New Heads representation. Going to be cooking up. See what Frank the Tank is bringing against the Eno.
All right, well, might solve a mystery. Might rewrite history. Change the course of fate. There's the slide into the hard knockdown, and I hope you like guessing, jerk. I guess we ain't guessing. We're out of there, and now it's mix-up time. Back at you, Frank.
Hey, listen, it doesn't matter how strong Potemkin is. If I'm Eno and I'm on offense, I don't care what character you're playing. They all can't fuzzy block the same, but this does hurt a little bit when it goes into the escape situation.
All right, RC forward. And just putting that pressure, Mega Fist, PRC just to make sure it's your turn, but the dive! All right, good round so far from both players. I don't see a lot of double note.
Yep.
I know that she can cancel a note into another added presence scale. Oh, instead is going to find the overdrive with the wall break, and a great round for Mystery Solver.
Solid stuff. Giving that fighting game player nod, whether you win or lose. Definitely matchup of all time here. The Flick could put in a lot of work in neutral, but does not seem like we're opting for the fireball too often here.
Uh-oh. Here we go, and we have RC if we want to spend it. Instead, Frank just going to be using that meter effectively to make a bigger mix-up. Yeah. There it is, off the dust.
Might have been able to gamble it all like a fast RC Heavenly Potemkin Buster or something, but why not just build 100 meter in your corner pressure, right?
I mean, it's scary if you feel like that. All right, Potemkin happy to block or get a hit, throw out. A 2K 2D ain't too bad, and a light mix-up afterwards. Frank is okay with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice jump up. But the Mega Fist, oh, that's rough. And a hammer fall again. Frank don't care. Nice backdash, okay. I've seen a deflect shield almost every time from Frank. It's worked out every well.
Deflecting the end of that note can be so effective. It keeps the out a little bit longer, ruins that note Oki situation. Mad Love Agitado coming in for some of that guard crush. You're not the only one who's got guard crush in this now.
Oh, and what a good call on the backdash. Trying to up back away. The wild assault's good.
Yeah,
The power. Oh. Potemkin Buster's even better. Frank scheming. I love, like, Mystery Solver was patient so long. Didn't want to get frame trapped. But then right at the end of it, Frank just said, okay, it is time. You're blocking way too many frames for my liking, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. Air dash in. There's the jump D. You can't even see it because Potemkin's so big.
Yep.
But a back throw. Here we go. That note's out of here. Did not want anything to do with the flick. He's already seen that move. He doesn't want any more of it. But we're taking another ride in the Potemkin Express and sayonara.
Yeah, that's going to be plenty of damage, especially with that meter. Frankentank looking solid here. Currently halfway through, making their way to getting out of pools here.
Oh, making the
Winner side making out of pools is a comfy place to be, you know?
Oh, for sure. Best spot. Best spot in the house. Knowing that you still have that second life.
Yep. Yeah, just in case you catch someone a little too demonic. What a car just at the tip of the range. You're dead, by the way.
Absolutely, with the shoulder tackle, the big check. And that extra life for Mystery Solver. Gotta have to put their thinking hat on because there's not many chances now to solve this problem with Potemkin.
The looks of pain from Duber in the crowd there, definitely. That's what we're all feeling. The Potemkin Buster coming out. Like the side swap 6B.
Slide the next punish. Nino, Magic, so well equipped to get over that just by dashing.
Yep.
All right, Mystery Solver. So far, so good. It's getting the answers right. We're flying away, and I think you're okay if you're Mystery Solver in that situation.
Flicks the HCL there. Not too bad. That's going to be an Eno round for sure. Mystery Solver going to have to get a lot more of those in order to seal this deal here.
Right, making this forward, a big round start, a good backdash for Mystery Solver, but is really playing in a tough spot. Just staying in front of Potemkin and just whiffing kind of things like that is such a scary proposition. Oh, nice.
Nice 6P into the heat knuckle. This is a scary spot. Don't even need a Potemkin Buster. Any chip will do. You didn't FD or jump in.
I don't even want you in my face. Just that magic flick, the wondrous, like not even like mid-screen hurt box. This guy is just the amount of air pressure he can bust out. Yo, hammer fall stop into a huge counter hit. If you're a Mystery Solver, you're in dire straits.
Oh no,
this
might kill.
You are actually just 100%
You're
just
dead.
gone.
No, I had hope. I was hoping that wasn't going to kill. I was wrong.
I'm not Sajam. I'm not James Chan. He ain't going to hear me ask, is it going to kill? Will it kill? No. It's either one or the other. And
when it's Potemkin, it probably kills.
That's the kind of guy I love to invite to dinner because he always finishes his food.
Yeah, absolutely.
He shows you maximum respect. Wipes his mouth clean, thanks you. And then also washes the dishes. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. Does not leave a crumb. But that is Frankentank going to be moving on out of pools, I believe, for the day on the winner's side. Still plenty of Guilty Gear action for the evening here for you. We got a little bit more as these pools are shaking out. We'll be back tomorrow. Do you know off the top of your head what time Strive is tomorrow?
No, but I have my handy-dandy cell phone.
Oh, there you go.
The power of the internet will give us that information right quick. I know I'm doing a commentary faux pas, bringing out the hardware, but this is for the benefit of y'all at home.
Just so y'all know, he's literally rolling gacha right now. He's not even looking it up. He's just
he's rolling.
Oh, he hit. He's trying to keep his cool, but he definitely hit.
I pride myself. I played gacha for a little bit during like the end of last year, and then after a month of like I'm good. I've had my fair share.
Listen, you got to work the gacha companies. You know, you get your free dopamine out of their system, and then you get out of there before they get you.
So your Strive will show up at 4 o'clock tomorrow on the same channel.
4 o'clock.
So that's going to be, that's going to be a bit of the Strive, and then you'll have the exhibition too. Yep. So not a lot of Strive being streamed tomorrow, but you do get a small chunk of it.
Yep, and the exhibition is going to be an absolute blast. I'll be back around for that as well. A little Soul bad guy action.
A lot of Soul bad guy action, honestly.
Yeah.
It's going to be a blast. And being overseen by the English voice actor from Soul bad guy is such a treat. Coming down here with the crew from like San Japan, who has a presence here, a big convention in San Antonio, really
it's awesome.
Trying to branch out to the Fight Egg community to help bring out more people to come to their events and celebrate. So if you are a anime and event, just a convention lover, check out San Japan, and it's going to be a nice mix of both here in San Antonio, Texas. So really do check them out, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, if you're a fighting game enjoyer, you enjoy coming out to these regionals or these locals or anything like that, I highly, highly recommend checking out anime conventions. They'll usually have little side brackets. You might be in a back room somewhere doing some Strive bracket for a little like 12-man Strive bracket or something, but it's always a good time. Bunch of cosplay. We're going to be having a cosplay competition here as well.
That's
which
true.
is going to be a total blast to see. Lots of photo opportunities. We got some bearded Johnny on the screen.
All right, bearded button check. I mean, Soul Bad Guy is like Ray Play's button check character. I don't know why, but he will go pick Soul.
I like
from
the
whatever
mental
character
play.
just to make sure. Like, this is my button check character. I know what these buttons are, no matter what. I ain't trying to play games. Soul has had almost the same buttons since the early 2000s.
Yeah, for sure.
His far slash may be different nowadays.
Yeah,
but a lot of that still remains the same. And could it be the Milia for Ray Play? You saw how good they went through their opponent in the last game, so we excited to see. And we'll see if our bearded friend here will pick the bearded Johnny, or even
if you
pick Johnny.
Button check with bearded Johnny and then go non-bearded Johnny for your game, that's some psycho button check test right there. That's like, I understand the mental game, like picking a different character, maybe picking a different color. If you go bearded, non-bearded, then we got to talk after this.
Hey, sometimes you want a quick shave, all right? It only takes a couple minutes, and you freshen up. Instead, the queen. Don't play with my games. Don't play with my heart like that.
There we go.
We got the bearded Johnny. Matching too. We got the white shirt with the brown beard, with the Johnny with the white outfit with the brown beard. Looking quite rugged here.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, so the power of Johnny cannot be understated.
Oh, for sure. Every Johnny's a threat nowadays. It is a scary world we live in. We've got those high lows. We got those vault deal RCs. So hard to deal with that 50-50. Nice JK pickup.
I love that. Into that wall break too. And just like finish off to a really great start. If he can just control the airspace and just keep Ray Play at bay, and that the range of the normals and everything, trick coming through, is so devastating. Ray's going to really have to choose their angles so perfectly. Nice YRC, but an up back from Minish just trying to challenge that space.
Once again, we see Ray Play just rocking with that, throwing out the H-disc in neutral, I want to put up a wall, make sure you can't approach me so I can engage on my own terms.
All right, though, far slash counter it. Forced the burst up from Minish, didn't want an extended combo, even get close to the corner.
Nice.
Oh, what an anti-air, the range on that close slash, goodness.
Just a clean 50% off the top. Sorry you tried to interact with me there. Oh, wow. Oh, almost actually made it there for the cross-up.
I love the command dash, though. Getting out of the situation. Good call-out from Ray Play. Getting counter-hit jumping. It's time to guess. And Johnny's going to guess like everybody else. To the winger we go, flying the unfriendly skies.
Yo, oh, wow, what a counter hit. Bursting out here, a hero burst. But hey, if you're Johnny, you can make it happen. Oh, double jumps the air throw.
Almost had a punish. Couldn't quite find it on the whiff grab. And now the back throw. Here we go. You hate to see it unless you are Minish. Forcing the YRC out.
Super solid. Tries to find anything. The far slash 9-framer coming through for the Johnny.
Big backdash for Minish.
Yeah.
Blocked out that first hit of the cross-up. Immediately got out of situation. And then just you saw that the speed on that far slash. Perfectly done.
Leaning forward. Got to think that one out. Shake it off a little bit. Take a brief breath.
All right. Takes Ray Play to character select. It's going to go with the LFL too. Okay, interesting.
All right.
A character that gets some play, but is not, I don't know.
Has a couple of very dedicated players.
Like,
for sure.
Anima is the one I see put her out a lot the
Yeah.
most, but also was happy to switch to Ramlethal because Ramlethal's just crazy good.
Yeah.
But interesting to see the swap. What could it do here against Johnny?
For the lows.
Oh, that Bomb Chocolate. At that range, Minish is just happily going to snipe you out with the myriad of anti-airs.
This is a terrifying situation to be in. You got a little bit more health to work with, but Nsenga does not care.
Runs out though. You got a situation now, just putting out some blasts. But Minish is not even flinching when it comes to that. There's the overhead. Get blessed.
Yeah, looking to run away with things here. Minish says, listen, if you can't block these, it doesn't matter which character you're playing. You might live one more combo, but
not going to live that. Can't move the throws from that far away. The overhead and the damage you're going to see from that.
Oh, it didn't quite get the hard knockdown.
Oh, nice try, kid. Got to hold this pressure. There's the throw. And now it's pretty much a guess for game. The burst might save you, but actually, it might have not. A dash forward super could have enough to kill, honestly.
Yeah. BRC, double BRC, both trying to call out the throw. Wow, what a long-range air throw.
From where I'm from, at Magnet Hands, there's a big old vacuum that just brings you right in. And Alpha didn't really get to shine much. Didn't get to play her favorite song.
Yeah.
Johnny is like, I like my southern country. I like my my soulful acoustic guitar songs.
For sure.
I'm not about the screaming, I'm not about the hype. But so Milia's going to come out to try to be the finale here for Rayplay to try to stay alive here in Winterside.
Yeah, preferring some subhuman self here for your metal taste. We're going to be sticking it out with Amelia for the rest of the set, one way or the other.
Right, nice blocks here. And again, immediate backdash for Minish. Does not want anything to do with any pressure.
Oh, wow. Nice throw in the super ball. Double close slash. Beautiful combo there into the stumble state. Sure.
American reset, right? My pressure didn't work out, but hey, I got a grab, I got an overhead. And just, you cannot rest on your laurels against Johnny.
Absolutely.
Down back will not save you against this guy. What a cross up. That was gnarly.
Sure, yeah.
Everything works. That's how it goes. We can do anything, press whatever button, we'll get a combo, dial it in, break it in, and Rayplay down to the last legs.
Nice. One more interaction is all it takes. Does find a JS. And listen, Milia is one of those characters. This could be your last chance to run offense. And it might just be a little 2K, 2Ds for the rest. Wow, nice go for the overhead.
Right, though, you have some bar. You can't winger here, though. Stick at the wall break, but Minish has bar too. BRC forward. Nice punish.
Oh my,
okay.
You actually made that reverse happen.
I like the call out. Both have the bar. They both could have went for those BRCs. I was surprised to see Minish not go for a BRC backdash to make that space there and react accordingly. But hey, Rayplay lives a little longer.
Bursting out here, does not want to have to deal with the Milia pressure. Understandably so. We saw how that last round went. It could be that Rayplay has it in them to make the reverse sweep happen here.
It's going to take a lot here, though. Minish under pressure, sure, but they're blocking it out like the best of them. The rest of them, in the corner you go. Nice avoidance of the card, but negative penalty imminent if Rayplay is not careful.
Yeah. The spacing here, we got danger penalty coming in for the Milia, just trying to outzone that hard. He managed to get in the close slash, not going to punish the Artemis.
Nice, the throw there for the disconnects. Hey, Mr. DJ, put a heavy disc on. There's the grab. OTG to do it. Yes.
And with a bad moon as well. The journey of the reverse sweep begins with a single round, and Rayplay has taken that step.
It's a lot of energy. That was 2 games you put out there already. Even with the alpha, which, it may have worked out, but it was a canny game you kind of gave up.
I mean, sometimes you just need that mental reset too, just refreshing yourself a little bit, then coming back to the main and feeling more powerful.
I don't know. At the same time, though, you got to stick with your gut, stick with what you know, and what brought you here at this point. And Minish, though, doing what they do best, erasing Milia's life, BRC forward to light pressure, but down back, no problem.
Nice. Oh, man. There's something kind of special about beating a Milia player with the hairpin move.
Yeah, she lost it. Johnny got it.
Yeah, and now you're using it in tournament. That's kind of messed up.
Okay, cross up is good. Rayplay's chance here can make some really good moves, especially with the corner advantage. They can find the wall break, avoid the YRC. Could be big. Nice crossover.
Not too bad here, getting a solid combo into the corner.
Oh, Capel.
Wow. Yeah.
Nice job. I like that, but again, it's so high in the air. The goal burst. Uh-oh. Rayplay's got to be so careful now.
Yep. Any
Never
hit.
mind. You don't have to be careful. Yeah, it don't matter. Careful or not. We're going in.
Here we go, starting to pick up some steam. You have to shut this Johnny out. The scary thing, though, one of the things that make Strive top tiers who they are is it's so hard to reverse sweep against them. A Johnny round can just happen at any time, and you're just like, oh, I just got hit twice and I'm dead, and I was dealing with four-way mix or whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough for sure, right?
Yeah.
3 out of 5 always gives that extra chance, but it's still it's a slog.
Absolutely.
And at the end of the day, but Rayplay, veteran of the Guilty Gear franchise, has the wherewithal, but has to play it perfectly here. Minish looking to get this 3-1, but gets caught backdashing. First is out.
Now, this is scary. A little bit more. What is it? Oh no, the backdash gets caught, and that is a game 5. Rayplay is making a run for this reverse sweep right now.
I mean, the adjustments are good.
Yeah.
Minish has backdashed out of so much pressure. Rayplay has accounted for that. He's delayed close slashes, catching out, getting the maximum you can expect from that.
Yep.
And now we have a situation where we used a Wild Assault. We lost half our burst. You can't get out of this.
Yep.
Rayplay going to set up the slump mix-up. I like it. Minish might be slumped, but Rayplay in no slouch gets a grab, and the tides have turned big time.
Yeah, ever since that first couple of games looked so confident for Minish, Rayplay has done so well on these adjustments. Also with those high jumps and the air stalls, just to beat out the range of that card.
Speaking of cards, forced to block, good YRC. Gold burst, nice block on that. We're lagging the game out. Now you gotta guess. Good block. Double block. Oh, baby.
Not too bad here. Oh, no.
That should be it. Yeah.
Nice. Really, really solid. You got to keep that mental locked in here for Minish. One last try.
All right, tough spot for Rayplay. They can't find their way in. It could be curtains. Might not even get. Okay, they should get a burst soon, so they can deal with it one more time. But Minish in full control. With that J on him. What is my name?
Like I said, those Johnny rounds can happen at any time to anyone. The burst comes back just in time.
Next hit does it. Like, Rayplay cannot take a single misfire, cannot get supered, air throw, nothing. Has to play this perfect.
You feel the anxiety here, though. It is building. We've seen this exact situation before. Rayplay with a chip in a chair, making the mix happen. The hero burst comes out. The winger is going to call out the misfire. PRC, though.
Oh, scary spot. The run-up throw. Put the disc out. Got to mix up. And the cross-up. Rayplay taking this to final game, final round.
Incredible stuff. Coming back from nothing there.
Okay. There's the card out with the run-up. Catching the back. What a call-out. Forcing the setup into the low. What a mix-up. These left-right up-downs, too good.
Oh, no. Got a 6H coming out. That might have been a misinput. We're getting thrown again. The mental stack is too high. The throw doesn't connect, but the disc does. And Rayplay is moving on. What a reverse sweep.
The power of the locks, letting that energy flow after a big win in a replay. Not the kind of guy to pop off.
Yeah.
Just a guy just enjoying himself, having fun, and it's so hard to shake. As a player that just is going to do their thing, and just never really like feel like, dang, that sucks, or just like, just like, that was fun.
It's that kind of mental resilience, the love of the game that'll keep you in on these long sets and keep you in on these, late night brackets or the late night pools. And it's like, hey, listen, we've been walking around enjoying the venue all day. I'm getting a little tired, but I love playing this game, and I'm here and ready to lock in at a moment's notice. So good. What a great set.
Better man than me. Winning a set like that, I would have put the headset down. I would have hopped up. I would have pumped it up a little bit. But, job's not done.
Yeah,
and I respect that. Minish still with a good chance as well in the loser side. Played their heart out, but Rayplay just made, just amazing adjustments and just kind of just played that matchup to a T that Minish just couldn't do their defense, which had been so amazing those first two games. So.
Also, we were just talking about the composure. I don't know if the sound of the crowd made it through on the mic there. That was just Rayplay on the stage hyping up the Texas homies. That's always good to see. That's one of the things about this region in particular. I feel like the crowd is always so good. The Texas homies always have each other's back. Whether it's here, whether it's CEO Taku, Frosty, Faustings, whatever, you can always pick them out of a crowd. Hey, it's just Morty has left us for Tekken. But you still hear him from across the venue. They're just right over there. You hear him getting hyped and riling that crowd. It's always good to see.
And that energy is what it matters most. That's the thing about repping your region, repping your hometown, just rooting for the folks you came up here with.
For sure.
I mean, like I said, it makes it all the sweeter having people in your corner. And I know Minish had plenty of folks in their corner, too, so they'll be rooting for them to keep making it through here.
Absolutely.
But with that, we're starting to wind down a little bit in this block of pool. We'll have a few more qualifying matches to see who will get out in that shiny winner's side into the big day tomorrow. Try to make the magic happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a comfortable position to be in. You want to be in on the winner's side, but making out a pool at all, definitely an accomplishment. Some of these pools are pretty dang stacked, even though it is early in the day. Early in the event, we got a lot of shooters out there for sure. Got to make it through. We'll see. I heard a Slayer lock in. We got Shambles making it back up. No.
Possibly. Okay. No.
Uh-oh.
Sloth is back on deck for winners finals of their pool here.
I'll let you know. Sloth is a known Slayer hater. As a chip player, I think that might be his worst nightmare, and here it is, trying to make it out of pools.
All right, that's the button check, little waggle.
Check.
Just a little spirit fingers going there.
These aren't spirit fingers. These are spirit fingers.
Well, I mean, I've been part of this Guilty Gear series since before I even got into FGC, right?
For sure.
Back in like 03, 04. Back when it was like Bazooka and XX.
Yeah.
And then when I got into the FGC, it was one of the games I really enjoyed. I've seen iteration of this matchup across, 3 major games. I'd say maybe 4, but 3. Accent Core, Exerd, and now here.
Yeah.
Exerd, one of my favorite videos that someone made was just there's a danger time back in that was a mechanic in the other game where Slayer versus Chip happened. Slayer got the next hit, and all of a sudden Chip is just spinning.
Yep.
Playing this old meme song and just spiraling through the sky and just immediately gets erased. And you're like, this is the life of Chip players.
Yep.
They put in this character who just punches you once, and next thing you know, you're just discombobulated.
For sure. Let's get into it. We're going to be seeing some Chip versus Slayer action. If you are a fan of Big Red health bars, this is the matchup for you.
Clifford fans, I'm waiting for you, all right?
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
It is time to blame the beasts. They're getting in the way of dinner between me and my beautiful wife as we get in beautiful colors, picked in the best genist Chip.
The dandiest man on the planet.
This has got to just be this is one of the most canon Slayer colors, I feel like. Like, if you're not going with Goth Slayer, what are you doing,
There's always a lot of fancy threads that he can rock. And the double burst out for both. And that run up. So Flyat versus Sloth here. Trying to see, Sloth has to maneuver so carefully because one crazy hit. And where'd your life go, buddy?
One crazy hit is what you ordered? Sure, here we go.
All right. Yeah. And now it's a tough spot. Positive bonus. There's the Mappa. Nice BRC forward. Gets a little something. And the cross-up, too, is going to be good. Oh, clutch wall break. So it's returning the favor. But 100% tension on Flyat. Has all the opportunity to make Chip explode. There's a crossover. Deflection's good.
Okay. You can do anything in this game with 100 meters. No, you can even get hit and lose the round.
Point blank. I was maybe expecting a little YRC, a little something there from Flyat, but instead, oh, big hit. Ow, that hurts. Okay, big DP. Take the risk, and it works out. Uh-oh. Shampoo. Oh, nice bait. No. Too eager, my friend, on the burst. Happy to DP. Try to turn this right around. What a jump slash.
A little scared. Okay. Well, sometimes, you know, you end up on the wrong side. You just weren't quite expecting it. The setup is there.
Then, like toxins last week, sometimes you just wake up close slash.
Yep.
And then you can blow up your opponent. There's the guard break on the Helter Skelter.
By the way, you're at 25% HP, and you are not feeling good about it. Nice DP coming in.
Counter hit 2 is good. Off the top rope.
Solid combo. We're going to be getting that positive bonus. Not going to help keep you alive, but will help you burn through some of this Slayer HP bar. Still one of the healthier characters in the game, so you got to be aware of it.
Crossovers, huge. The Sloth gets tagged, trying the challenge, trying the press.
I mean, listen. It's a stressful matchup for a reason, because, I mean, you can be working night and day, and then one little stray hit. God forbid it's at 2H.
There's something about these people who are Assassin Guild or former Assassin Guild that love their left, right, high lows.
Oh, yeah.
And just making it count. Speaking of which, there's the guard break and the crossover. Good block and a big DP from Sloth.
2H going to be getting jumped over. You do got to be respecting.
Mix-up's good. Classic off the wall, into the wall break. Crack the glass.
Yeah. Well, there's no shortage of these Slayer players to be playing against, either in tower or in their own community. Nice DP out and finds a 2K. Might as well be OTG on that one.
Very lucky that 6P didn't amount to much more, but hey, Sloth, it's all about taking anything they can get. Nice close slash. Party started.
Too bad. Going off the top rope, as you said. Burst available for both players. Get to see how they use them here. Oh no, put it in the bag. That's how it's going to get used. And we are going all the way to the wall. That is for sure dead with a flashy rope combo.
Oh, very, very strong one-to-one there from Sloth. Both players with good hard burst reads so far.
Yeah.
Maybe both players being maybe a little too predictable with the burst there, but it's A-okay. Sloth now going to get an early hit to the corner. And that's a whiff. A big whip half the bar to try to go for the big push out.
The deflect shield, you're getting almost all that burst back instantly, but also you'll lose about half your health in the process. Definitely not the place that you want to be. That command grab does too much damage, actually. You got to watch for it.
Oh, counter hit. Give me that damage, baby. Even things up pretty effectively.
Oh, the 2H. You have the burst there. And you find, wow.
Oh, hero burst. Hold on a second here. Mappa has the meter too. Close slash, no. That should do it.
No meter to confirm. Finds the overhead after. No, wait.
DP.
Okay, Sloth took it. I was about to say, who actually took that one?
Hard to see, but that was a big wake-up DP. If that was blocked, that could have been so spicy.
Yeah.
Oh, Alpha, wake up Alpha Blade. That's how we're feeling. We're just getting out of dodge no matter which way. But what a 6P. Channeling Razzo, the clean up 6P. Clean anti-air big damage.
Yeah, Slayer, one of those characters, has a lot of goofiness to him, a lot of interesting stuff in the kit, but those fundamentals do go a long way. Nice backdash there on the overhead. Oh no!
Weird deflect shield, but it's okay. Didn't get punished for it. Takes some time from Sloth with the big throw into the hard to guessies.
Yeah, just so hard to follow Chip on the screen at all here. Even when he has the camera on him, this is looking scary. Run up DP, gonna seal the deal. Sloth going up 2-1. Crowd popping off a little bit.
Hey, Sloth feeling it, right? recognizing like Slayer players aren't trying to wait it out.
Yeah.
They're going to press a big button. They're going to go for that Mopra, the dandy step, something.
Yeah.
Run up uppercut, be no problem. And the first bait. Here we go.
Put it in the back once again. Big counter hit. Going all the way to the wall. This is a lot of damage. I'll be real.
Hey, Earn.
Polish those shoes a little bit.
Two players are tired of hearing our character doesn't deal damage. We're counting it. Your deflect shield's nice and neat, but the 6 feet even better. That's huge.
Yep.
And immediate wall break. Like crazy. That's a 3-piece. Half your life is gone. Yeah, you're chipped, but still.
Red RC here going to be plenty to secure. You can get anything done in this game for 100 meter.
All right, match point, Sloth. Looking to get up, pulls on the winner's side. Big punish on that, though. You can't be doing that. And you can't deflect this.
We've seen, 5 deflect shields? Not a single one has done anything for Flyat. It's so tragic, but Chip is just so good at avoiding that deflect shield mechanic in general.
All right, far slash. Overhead connects, and that's massive damage with the wall break on top.
Looking solid here. One more interaction is all you need, but really from either player. Red RC going for the run combo. This is enough. Holy cow, I can't believe you picked that up.
All right, pixel of life left. You got a dream. Flyat has to make a magic happen. That ain't going to call it out. You can
Jump
RC.
Scare?
Oh, the 2K.
Oh, actually misinput the air throw, I think.
Nice.
What a throw to call it out. Sloth is going to take it. Nicely done. Couldn't have it end any other way. What a game from Sloth.
Just beautiful stuff. And then repping their tournament. They're saying, again, that's that experience. Just like we saw from Ray play earlier and they're from Sloth, just staying solid, not dropping their composure at all and reacting beautifully, recognizing that you're going to fall down into my loving hands and get that grip and finish the job. Just little things like that. Little matchup nuances that, you were struggling against that move for a while. It hit plenty of times, even though you blocked it some of the times, but you saved the punish right for the end there, Sloth.
Absolutely.
Super well done. That was a fun match.
Yeah, super, super fun match. An awesome one for us here. That's going to be Sloth moving on the winner's side for the pools. Fantastic.
No, all in all, great set of matches all the way throughout.
Yeah.
Good variety across the board as well. A lot of strong Milias, some good chips. The Pixies are powering through, even the Potemkins too, what we saw like from Frankentech. So, Texas from all corners representing super well here at Texas Showdown.
Yep, and we'll be right here on this stream representing Shrine for the rest of the weekend, the rest of pools, as well as top 8 on Sunday. It's going to be a fantastic evening, and also the Soul Exposition tomorrow. Don't forget about that. And check out all the Texas Showdown streams. We're going to be having a blast here IRL, but y'all send some love and some support to our production crews as always. Remember to keep the community in the fighting game community.
Yep.
We'll see you all around.
Yep, that's the end of the pools. Bye-bye.